Was Vasily Lomachenko your toughest fight?
Yeah,
Is it because why is that? Because I know that you guys there was some familiarity with you too, right? Well, you were one of his sparring partners, right?
yeah. I would say tough, not physically, but mentally in the
So,
fight.
so I want you to
Lom
elaborate on that for my
yeah,
viewers. What
yeah.
do you
Hold
mean
on,
by
before,
mentally?
just so I could break it down
Okay.
first. Lomachenko's been a guy I've been watching since I was an amateur. I used to imitate him. I used to just, he was one of the guys that I was like, he's the man. He's the guy I'd watch everything of. His training, his amateur fights, I'd watch it all. So I knew all his little ticks, all his little movements, everything. So when I went to go spar with him, it was somewhat not difficult because I knew what was coming because I've watched him so much. And I never watched any other fighter the amount of how I've watched Lomachenko. So, and I was so confident. When you have so much confidence, you know the guy you're fighting, physically you're in shape. Uh, so physically in the fight to me, it wasn't really difficult because I believed I was gonna win. I knew what I was gonna do. I knew how I was gonna play out. Um, but I would say mentally, because it's such a thinking game with him, you gotta be so many moves ahead. And that's what started to get fatiguing for me. With a lot of other fighters, they're basic, they don't switch it up. Uh, it can be easier to time them. Uh, they don't shift or move as much. They don't got so many tools in the tool
Right.
bag that you got to think about all these other things, right? So you're good with just thinking maybe two moves ahead. But with Lomachenko, you couldn't move. I couldn't think two moves ahead. I had to think 4 or 5 moves ahead. For the viewers, for to get an example, right? He's a southpaw. I'm an orthodox. I throw the jab, but I'm here expecting him to parry my jab to throw over a jab, but he's probably not doing that. So and then he's waiting for something else, but I know what he's waiting for. So it's like 4 or 5 moves ahead. It's not just, I'm waiting for him to jab, parry my jab, so I'm gonna come with that. That's 3 moves ahead.
Mm.
But I already know he's thinking about me pulling back to throw that right, and what he's gonna move and shift to his right. So I'm gonna have to shift with him and try to catch him with a left uppercut. That's already 5 moves ahead that I'm thinking on step
Wow.
one.